Hey friends, I thought that I would drop in and share with you quickly my October daily for last year. Sorry for the shaking, I was just adjusting a light. I will try and make this video quick. I have a tendency to be long-winded and I'm really working on trying to improve that, so I try not to make my videos too long. This one is no exception. So let's dive in. I will explain a little bit as I go along what I did, but I can say right off the bat that I think the majority of this album is Cricut designed and inspired, and there is a heavy presence of die cutting using my Cricut in this album. There is some products that I used that is outside of that, specifically things that I got from Scrapbook Nerd for DT obligations and stuff like that. So you'll see some, who is this? Amy Tan. There's some other things in here as well. So I hope you stick around and join along with me as I go through my album. To note right off the bat, I used Simple Stories Snap album for this album. I was testing it out to see what I thought of it. I like it. It's not really my style. I like sticking with the Life Crafted albums, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with this album as well. Super cute pattern on the inside with the polka dots and then stripes on the outside as well. There's also a label on the spine as well. One of these days I will put something in there. First page, of course, this was done for for Scrapbook Nerd for DT. So there is, I think, a process video somewhere out there for this video, for this layout. So that's that one. Of course, here I used my Cricut and computer to create this page. These vellum numbers are from Ellie Studio, I want to say. I added some stamping and then some die cutting with my Cricut. So this is totally a digital page. This one, the layout is outside of the page protector. I used vellum over top of some pattern paper, which is Ellie Edwards. I printed my photo and cut it into a tag. And then on the flip side, I have my journaling. And then I used my Cricut to create sort of a pocket down here to hold that in there. Next is an oversized photo I printed at, I think, about 6 by 8 inches. I may have trimmed it a little bit smaller so that it fits inside a piece of white cardstock, so there's a bit of a border. And then my journaling is over here. I die cut the title and stamped it, and then used some embellishments from Cocoa Vanilla. Of course, the journaling is typed again as well. So I think in addition to Cricut, this will be a pretty well hybrid album as well. I had to think of the word for a second. So there's stamping here in the background, and then just a little bit of embellishments. More vellum on this page. I printed my photo at, it looks like about 3 inches by 8, and then used the other half of the page for my title, some die cutting, and journaling as well. Another out of the page protector layout. The background was 100% stamped. Actually, these sweaters were stamped as well. And then I added wood veneer over top of it. This is close to my heart. Everything on this page actually is close to my heart, except for the vellum, including the ink that I used. This stamp set is actually a Christmas stamp set as well, but I thought, why not use it in this album? Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, this is my October daily album. That is what I'm showing you today. There are going to be some extra holes in the spines, basically, of my layouts, because I had them in one album and then switched it to this album and had to re-punch the holes because I wanted to use that other album for my December daily. I was shuffling things around at that point, trying to make everything work. Hopefully this year I'll have it planned a little bit better. Another oversized photo that I printed at home with my printer, and then I added a close to my heart, what are these called? Acrylic shape. I added my journaling for day 3 over on this side of the page, so it's a double page layout, and then used a combination of die cutting and stamping to create my title. I used my Cricut to cut all of these leaves at the top of the page from scrap papers that I had in my stash, and they come from all over the place. Like I think this is Cocoa Vanilla, this is Ali Edwards, I think this yellow one is Ali Edwards too, and others. I'm not sure where they come from, but yes, love this page. This is one of my favorites. This one is about Thanksgiving, I do believe. Yes, it is. So that's day 4. So I created a flip out for this page, added a little bit of stamping down at the bottom and the top to give it a little bit of some flair. This stamp set is Ellie Studio, and then another little close to my heart acrylic shape. And then I used some Jen Hadfield goodies in my stash that I've had forever to get them used up. And then this paper is from Photoplay, I do believe. I have a flip here. This is just talking about being a paper addict, even though you can see October 31st there. I had to think for a second if it was a Halloween layout or not. But as you can see, I wanted to create a shaker, so I did that. I used my fuse tool to close the pocket so that everything would stay put, and then just added some sequins that I bought from like the dollar store into the pocket. This journal card is close to my heart again. These little phrase stickers are Simple Stories, I think. I used a mixture of a lot of things. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into at this point, but more than anything, I just wanted to give you a look at what my album looks like. There's lots of stamping, lots of Ali Edwards as well in this album. We, last year, after my daughter's type 1 diagnosis, became a Teal Pumpkin house. So that was documenting our Teal Pumpkin. I have journaling on this page and some more Ellie Studio goodies. I created the background on this layout as well. I think I stamped it and then used my computer to do the typing. On the flip side, I have another photo. I created a little pocket here. This was also a design team project for Scrapbook Nerd. I used my Cricut to cut the cell phone. This is a cell phone. I added stamping to the facing part of it, and then there should be something pulled out in here. I don't know where it is at the moment now. I think it's fallen out. Or not, maybe it's stuck in there. Might be stuck in there. Anyways, just another picture and some journaling on that as well. So this is super cute as well. And then on the back side, I tried replicating the look of an actual cell phone with a pop socket on the back. I think it's super cute. I love how it turned out, and then added some stamping there as well. This is just a simple 6x8 page that I created with a little bit of stamping, embellishing, and a photo, of course, as well. Same thing over on this side. More stamping, more Ellie Studio. I absolutely love these vellum acetate embellishments. They're so sweet. I created another pocket here too. I'm not sure why I did that, because I didn't create a shaker. Oh, I think what I did was created my own pocket page. That's what I did, because I had run out and I was using Close to My Heart, and they didn't have the 3x4 pocket that I was looking for. So that's what I did. And then there's a flip here as well. The flip-flops that I use in my album, for the most part, actually is Close to My Heart. I had them in my stash already, and so I was trying to get them used up. I have finally succeeded, but I need to get some more. We had our house on the market at this point as well for the first time. We listed twice in the last year and have pulled it off the market 3 times now, I think. Yes. And we are keeping it off the market for the time being. Now is not the time. It's just not the time. I'll just leave it at that. Another vellum layout here. I did some heat embossing on this with some white powder. I absolutely love heat embossing on vellum. I think it's so pretty. And then added just a little bit of journaling and my title to this circle. And then I have my photo behind it. I tried filling the back side of the circle just a little bit so that I didn't have this like round blob on the back side. So I used up some die cuts that I had in my stash. It worked because there was leafy florally images on the back side of that paper. So I thought it worked out quite well. And this literally goes with this page. It was a very foggy day, and so that's what the journaling was about on the last page. This is day 13. Day 14, I created this page completely with my Cricut. I used the draw function or the write function to create the circle and my title and subtitle. And then the journaling was typed in between. And then if you can see it in the background, there's a little faint blue stripy line. I created that with the Cricut as well. This is also one of my most favorite pages. Here's a picture of my maternal grandmother, Oma, in our house, a great Oma to my kids. My aunt drew this picture of her. She's so madly talented. I had to document that. More Cricut work on this side of the page as well. This time all in pink and snowflakes. It probably had snowed at this point. Or I did the snowflakes to mimic my coffee mug. That's probably more likely what I did. I used more Ellie Edwards on this page and vellum as well. I absolutely love vellum. Did you know that you can write on vellum? I used my Cricut to write this subtitle down at the bottom just with a black pen. You do need to let it sit for a little while so that you don't smudge it. I did that. I learned the hard way, so I had to do it a second time. But it is possible. So not only can you heat emboss on vellum, you can also write and stamp as well if writing is not your cup of tea. This page was also done for Scrapbook Nerd. This is another one of my favorite pages. I used Cocoa Vanilla for this layout. I absolutely love these fabric hearts. The corduroy is what they mimic and look like. There should have been 5 points on this page, I think. I forgot one, so of course there's only 4, but that's okay. It's still, I love how it came out. Absolutely love it. Photo that goes with this page on this side, it's only 3 by 8 inches. And then on the back side, I used some more of those cord hearts to, quite honestly, get them used up. They'd been sitting in my stash for a while and I was over hoarding them. I needed to get them out and used so that I could admire them in an album instead of stored on a shelf somewhere. This is an Ellie Studio journal card. It's 4 by 6 inches. I used my Cricut to write the title. So it says Finally Sweater Weather, and then Ellie Studio embellishments on it as well. And then I used the Cricut to create this background and then put a die cut on top of it. Excuse me, on top of it. More stamping, journaling, Ellie Studio goodness. I really liked the theme for this page with the Getting Cozy. I hope you can see that. I hope the glare isn't too much. But I'm going to have to remember this theme, taking a picture of my closet, specifically the sweaters in my closet, and do this again. I liked how it turned out. And then the stamping is just like the icing on the cake. Another oversized photo, I used some Pink Fresh on this page here, and then it is again a double page layout, so this is all Pink Fresh on this side as well, except for the on the. I used my Cricut to write that just with a plain black pen. These boxes down at the bottom where I have my journaling was also done with my Cricut. We're just about at the end. We are getting to Halloween now, so I created this page pretty well entirely with my Cricut. I created the background with the draw function, and then the word boo as well. I ink blended some purple ink onto it, and then on the bottom page here, I added some washi tape, sticker from Close to My Heart. These stars are also stickers from Close to My Heart. But the spider web border was Cricut work as well. So this is completely a hybrid page. The rest of the title was stamped as well. So there's that, and then an oversized photo of some Halloween decorations. I gotta find something to put there apparently. And then I have another picture of some Halloween decorations as well, and this page was completely created with the Cricut again. This little phrase here came from some Pink Fresh paper that I had in my stash. It had all sorts of little boxes like this in it and different phrases inside, and I cut that one out because I thought it would work with this story. Added my journaling down at the bottom and a little bit of embellishing and coloring as well. And that's it for this page. There we go, my friends. That is last year's October daily. I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough. I am planning on making an October daily again this year. I have already started my October daily. I don't plan on really doing too terribly much before October starts. I only got it started now because with my DT requirements for Scrapbook Nerd, we're doing a fall online crop this weekend. If you got nothing going on and you're looking for something to do, maybe consider checking us out. I'll leave the link to their Facebook group in the description box down below so that you can find us really easily. But I am going to tackle it closer to October. I know we're getting close already. That's why I wanted to share the walkthrough with you. But I hope this inspires you to join along when I do start creating my October daily. I will be aiming to upload one video a day to my YouTube here in honor of October daily. I will also have a playlist as well that I'll be adding to, so I'll make sure to leave the link for that below this video, and then it'll be under every other video I create this year for October daily 2022. Alrighty, I think that's all I needed to share in regards to that. I hope you come back again soon, and I'll be back shortly with some more creative inspiration. Bye, friends.